Synchronizing your latest news. Following a report that Prey 2 would be included on the next issue of the French edition of Joystick magazine, Bethesda Softworks has officially announced that the game is currently in development at Human Head Studios. The game is slated for a release sometime next year for the PC, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360. When 3D Realms first announced the game back in 2008, development was limited to the PC and Xbox 360. The game will utilize the id Tech 5 engine and will feature wide-open expanses on an alien planet. More information regarding the game will be made available in the May issues of the official Xbox magazine and PlayStation, the official magazine. The team behind Global Agenda, Hi-Rez Studios, have recently announced their newest title, Tribes Ascend, a multiplayer-exclusive MMO-esque shooter. The title will be released for the Xbox Live Arcade and the PC sometime later this year. Studio CEO Todd Harris summed up the anticipation perfectly when he said, "Before Halo, before Modern Warfare, and before Battlefield, there was Tribes." The music rhythm genre may not be the most profitable one to get into these days, but Ubisoft is making a last-ditch effort in the field with Rocksmith. The newly announced Music Experience aims to teach its players actual electric guitar skills. Rocksmith will ship with a 45-song tracklist and will be compatible with most electric guitars via an amplifier pickup. Ubisoft is currently in negotiation with Gibson to create a $200 bundle with both the game and a real electric guitar. The dramatic advancement of digital distribution and the sales therein has been difficult to ignore, but the NPD Group, the leading retail charter for the games industry, has so far refused to track digital-only sales in its monthly reports. While the group has provided general statistics from subscriptions, DLC, and rental establishments in its quarterly figures, many publishers, like EA, have viewed NPD reports similar to, quote, measuring music sales and ignoring something called iTunes. NPD has since announced that it will begin including digital sales in its monthly reports, along with data from brick-and-mortar retailers. For all of the controversy surrounding them, one would assume that the majority of games released in the United States were for those players 17 years or older. According to the Entertainment Software Ratings Board, the exact opposite is true. In its yearly ratings breakdown for the past year, the ESRB charted only around 5% of the 1,638 games, approximately 82, released last year were M for mature. For contrast, according to Box Office Mojo, 31% of 2010's 531 tracked films, approximately 165, got the comparative rating of R. Both the 3DS and NGP have some significant muscle behind their new hardware, but that seems to be coming at a much higher cost for developers. A lot of studios are concerned over the changes they will have to make, some budgets even tripling under new costs, in order to keep up to date with the new tech. Chris Kingsley, co-founder of Rebellion Studios, has expressed concern that, quote, with more power comes more expectation. With dev kits still at a premium for both systems, and not expected to come down for a while, these concerns will continue to be at the forefront of most non-first-party development as the handhelds take their first debut year on the market. A Superior Court of California has given Activision the go-ahead to pursue their lawsuit against Respawn Entertainment founders Vince Zampella and Jason West. The $400 million lawsuit was originally struck down by Electronic Arts, Respawn's parent company, for a reported lack of evidence, but the judges found enough ground for the case to go to court. One of the 4 major claims of the suit have been dropped, but the majority of claims against Respawn and EA still stand. The lawsuit is expected to hit the court starting in May of this year. Bad news for racing fans, as Sony has announced that it has delayed Motorstorm Apocalypse indefinitely in North America, following Japan's devastating earthquake and tsunami. Originally set for release on April 12th, the title, set in an earthquake-ravaged city, has also been postponed earlier in both Japan and the UK. Gameloft is bringing a new suite of games to the Apple iOS. The first is Order of Chaos Online, a World of Warcraft-esque MMO, and one of the few games built in-house at the French company. No release date has been given. The other is a new mobile-exclusive installment to Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six franchise. Rainbow Six Shadow Vanguard is now available for $7, and brings 11 single-player campaign missions in both 10-player versus and online cooperative multiplayer modes. One of the all-time classics, especially in the beat-em-up genre, River City Ransom is getting a long-belated sequel. 20 years in the making, River City Ransom 2 is being developed by Miracle Kids, the studio which houses most of the original's developers. The game is expected to release on consoles sometime this summer in Japan, with a PC release coming next year. No word yet on any game details or specific consoles, but another of Miracle Kids' retro-style games, Downtown Smash Dodgeball, is on the Xbox Live Arcade and WiiWare, leading most to believe such platforms are equally likely for River City Ransom 2. This has been your Heads Up display. For all the latest news, reviews, and features, as well as the full versions of our featured headlines, head on over to elder-geek.com.